Can you stop your LIC policy midway? How much will you lose? And why this decision could become the most expensive turning point of your life. Try to feel that moment when, at the end of the month, a bank message pops up on your phone and the balance looks much lower than you expected. One expense after another starts running through your mind. Home EMI, children's school fees, medical bills, daily groceries, the electricity bill. And then suddenly you remember that this month, the LIC premium is also due. At that very moment, a question arises. Should I stop this policy midway? The question sounds simple, but the danger hidden behind it is far bigger. Because this is not just a money decision. It is a decision to break the safety shield you chose for your family years ago. Very often, people take this decision in haste, and later, when things settle down, they realize what a huge mistake they made. In India, life insurance is not seen only as a financial product. It is a relationship of trust that a person builds with their future and their family's security. Especially when the policy is from the Life Insurance Corporation of India, people believe it is the safest option. For generations, people have trusted LIC because it talks not just about returns, but about protection. But life never stays the same. Sometimes a job is lost. Sometimes a business runs into losses. Sometimes a sudden medical emergency appears. In such times, the premium of a long-term policy starts feeling like a heavy burden, and that's when the thought comes. Why not just close the policy? The biggest misunderstanding here is that people assume whatever premium they have paid so far will be returned to them in full. They feel it is their own money, so why would the company deduct anything? But the insurance world does not run on emotions. It runs on rules and mathematics. And this mathematics gives people the biggest shock at the time of policy surrender. The amount you get back is often far less than what you expect. When you close your policy before completing its full term and ask the insurance company for your money back, this process is called policy surrender. In this situation, the amount the company pays you is called the surrender value. This surrender value is usually much lower than the total premium you have paid. In many cases, people are shocked to see that after paying for years, they receive only half or even less of that amount. Especially if the policy is surrendered in the initial years, the loss can be very high. The reason behind this is important to understand. In the first few years of a policy, a large part of the premium you pay does not get saved as your investment. That money goes toward agent commissions, policy issuance costs, medical tests, underwriting, and other administrative expenses. So even though you paid the premium on paper, that money was never really saved for you. That is why closing a policy within the first 2 to 4 years almost always turns out to be a loss. People understand this only after the damage is already done. But the loss from surrendering a policy is not limited to money alone. The real and biggest loss is the protection for which you bought the policy in the first place. The moment you surrender the policy, your life insurance cover ends that very day. This means if something unfortunate happens to you in the future, your family will receive no death benefit at all. The purpose for which you bought the policy remains incomplete. Many people ignore this aspect, but this is exactly what makes this decision the most dangerous. In the case of term insurance, the situation is even stricter. A term policy has no savings or investment component. It provides only protection. If you stop a term policy midway, not only does the coverage end, but you also get not a single rupee back. Everything you have paid till then is gone. Many people realize this truth only when they are going through a tough phase and suddenly find that they have no safety net left. In traditional LIC policies like endowment or money-back plans, people expect bonuses and loyalty additions. They feel that even if they have to close the policy, at least the bonus will come. But the moment a policy is surrendered, in most cases, bonuses and loyalty additions are cancelled. The benefit that could have come from running the policy long-term disappears in one stroke. That is why these policies cause the maximum loss when broken midway. There is another mental trap at work here. When a person is under financial stress, they want cash immediately. The surrender value looks like an easy solution. At that moment, they do not think about the huge price they are paying for this solution. Imagine you paid premiums regularly for 10 years and then suddenly surrendered the policy. The amount you receive may give you temporary relief, but in the long run, this single decision can cause losses many times over. This is where an important question arises. If paying the premium has become difficult, is surrendering the policy the only option? The truth is, not at all. Many people do not know that the burden can be reduced without closing the policy. A better option is to make the policy paid up. Paid up means you stop paying future premiums, but the policy does not end. The sum assured reduces, bonuses may be limited, but the policy continues till maturity. Most importantly, your coverage does not vanish completely. Some LIC policies also offer a loan facility. If you suddenly need money, instead of surrendering the policy, you can take a loan against it. This gives you immediate cash and keeps the policy active. Even though you have to pay interest on the loan, this loss is far less than surrendering the policy. This option is especially useful for people whose financial trouble is temporary. In recent years, some changes have been made in insurance rules which have slightly improved the surrender value of certain policies. But that does not mean surrendering a policy has become beneficial. It only reduces the loss a little, it does not eliminate it. That is why, before taking any final decision, you should always get complete details from your insurance company about the surrender value, paid-up value, and loan options. All three. It is often seen that people surrender policies emotionally or in haste and regret it a few years later. Then they realize that the decision they took for some quick cash ended up weakening their family's security. At that stage, taking insurance again also becomes difficult because age has increased and premiums become much more expensive. A policy like LIC is not a short-term investment. It is a long-term commitment. Its real benefit shows over time. Breaking it midway almost always leads to loss. Yes, there can be situations of genuine compulsion where surrender becomes the last option. But it should never be the first option. So the next time a premium message arrives and the thought of closing the policy crosses your mind, pause for a moment. Ask yourself whether this decision is only for today's problem or for tomorrow's security. Because the real purpose of life insurance is not to make money, but to support your family on the day you are no longer there with them. Remember, surrendering a policy is easy, but its loss is felt slowly and for a long time. The right decision is the one that balances today's compulsion with tomorrow's protection.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.